Picture this, the 18th century, an era bursting with revolutionary ideas and intellectual fervor. Imagine a time when wigs were big, ideas were even bigger, and everyone was questioning everything. This was the Enlightenment, a movement that swept across Europe and America like a caffeinated breeze, challenging traditional notions of authority and emphasizing reason, individual liberty, and the relentless pursuit of knowledge. Enter Thomas Jefferson, a man who probably had more books than friends. Deeply influenced by these Enlightenment ideals, he emerged as a leading figure in the American colonies, ready to shake things up. Born into a world on the cusp of revolution, Jefferson's life became a thrilling roller coaster ride, intricately entwined with the fight for independence and the birth of a new nation. With his eloquence, intellect, and unwavering belief in the power of ideas, Jefferson didn't just ride the wave of history, he helped shape it, leaving an indelible mark on the American story. From the drafting of the Declaration of Independence to his presidency and beyond, Jefferson's impact on American society remains profound. His contributions to political thought, territorial expansion, and the pursuit of knowledge continue to resonate centuries later. This examination of his life seeks to provide a nuanced understanding of both his triumphs and his flaws. It explores his motivations, his challenges, and the complexities of his legacy within the broader context of American history. Through a close examination of his writings, his actions, and the historical events that shaped his era, we gain a deeper appreciation for the man who helped shape the destiny of a nation. Thomas Jefferson was born on April 13, 1743, into a world steeped in the traditions of colonial Virginia. His birthplace, the Shadwell Plantation, was nestled amidst the rolling hills and fertile lands of Albemarle County. This picturesque setting would become the backdrop for his formative years, shaping his deep connection to the land and its people. Jefferson's lineage placed him firmly within the planter elite that dominated Virginia society. His father, Peter Jefferson, was a successful planter and surveyor, renowned for his meticulous mapping of the colony's boundaries. Peter Jefferson's work instilled in his son a keen sense of observation and an appreciation for the natural world. The Shadwell Plantation, more than just a residence, served as a microcosm of colonial life. It was a bustling enterprise, sustained by the labor of enslaved Africans. The plantation's fields yielded tobacco, the cash crop that fueled Virginia's economy. Growing up on Shadwell, young Thomas witnessed firsthand the complexities and contradictions of a society built on the institution of slavery. This early exposure to the stark realities of plantation life would leave an indelible mark on his worldview. While the plantation relied on enslaved labor, it also fostered a sense of community. The enslaved people of Shadwell, though bound in servitude, created their own rich culture and traditions, shaping the environment in which Thomas Jefferson grew up. Their presence, while often unacknowledged, played a vital role in the plantation's operation and the rhythms of daily life. Shadwell, with its mix of wealth and inequality, provided a unique lens through which Jefferson viewed the world. The contrast he observed between the ideals of liberty espoused by the planter class and the realities of slavery would later fuel his own internal struggles and inform his complex legacy. The Jefferson family, through generations of involvement in local affairs, had established themselves as pillars of their community. This tradition of leadership, passed down from one generation to the next, instilled in Thomas a sense of responsibility towards his fellow Virginians. From an early age, Jefferson witnessed his father and other prominent figures engaging in the political discourse of the day. The plantation often hosted gatherings where local leaders debated matters of governance, land ownership, and the relationship between the colonies and the British Crown. These gatherings provided young Thomas with an informal education in politics and governance. He observed the art of debate, the nuances of persuasion, and the importance of building consensus. These early experiences ignited within him a passion for civic engagement that would shape his future endeavors. The values and ideals discussed in these settings, often rooted in Enlightenment philosophy, resonated deeply with Jefferson. He embraced the notion of natural rights, the importance of individual liberty, and the belief in the power of reason to shape a more just and equitable society. These principles would guide him throughout his life and career. Jefferson's family background provided him with a privileged upbringing and a sense of duty and ambition. Key individuals ignited his intellectual curiosity. William Randolph, his uncle, nurtured Jefferson's thirst for knowledge. He provided access to an extensive library of classical literature and scientific texts. Jefferson devoured works of Enlightenment thinkers like Locke and Newton. The Virginia countryside enriched his early years. This love of nature led to his interest in botany and agriculture. These early influences laid the groundwork for Jefferson's future achievements. Thomas Jefferson's formal education began at the age of 9 when he was sent to study under the tutelage of William Douglas, a respected Scottish clergyman. Under Douglas's guidance, Jefferson received a rigorous education in classical languages, including Latin and Greek, laying the foundation for his lifelong love of literature and philosophy. Douglas instilled in his young pupil a deep appreciation for the power of language and the importance of clear and persuasive writing. Jefferson's later writings, from the Declaration of Independence to his personal correspondence, would reflect this early training, showcasing his mastery of prose and his ability to articulate complex ideas with eloquence and precision. Beyond the traditional curriculum, Douglas also introduced Jefferson to the natural sciences, sparking an interest that would remain with him throughout his life. Jefferson's notebooks from this period are filled with observations about the flora and fauna of the Virginia countryside, evidence of his burgeoning curiosity about the world around him. This early education, with its emphasis on classical learning and scientific inquiry, provided Jefferson with a solid foundation for his future pursuits. It instilled in him a love of learning, a disciplined mind, and a broad-ranging intellect that would serve him well in the years to come. These formative years were crucial in shaping Jefferson's intellectual and philosophical outlook. In 1760, at the age of 17, Jefferson embarked on a new chapter in his education, enrolling at the College of William and Mary in Williamsburg, the capital of colonial Virginia. Founded in 1693, William and Mary was the second oldest institution of higher learning in the American colonies, steeped in tradition and renowned for its academic rigor. At William and Mary, Jefferson immersed himself in a vibrant intellectual atmosphere, surrounded by professors and fellow students who shared his thirst for knowledge. He excelled in his studies, particularly in mathematics, philosophy, and law, demonstrating a keen intellect and a capacity for absorbing vast amounts of information. Beyond the formal curriculum, Jefferson took advantage of the many opportunities that Williamsburg offered for intellectual and cultural enrichment. He attended lectures by visiting scholars, engaged in lively debates at the Raleigh Tavern, a popular gathering place for the colony's elite, and frequented the city's thriving theater scene. These experiences broadened Jefferson's horizons, exposing him to new ideas and perspectives that would further shape his worldview. Williamsburg, with its blend of intellectual ferment and political intrigue, served as a microcosm of the larger forces at play in the American colonies on the eve of revolution. While at William and Mary, Jefferson formed a close bond with Dr. William Small, a Scottish physician and scholar. Small recognized Jefferson's intellectual promise and became his mentor and friend. Small introduced Jefferson to Enlightenment thinkers like Locke, Newton, and Bacon. These ideas profoundly shaped Jefferson's beliefs about government and individual rights. Small also introduced Jefferson to influential figures like George Wythe and Francis Fouquier. This mentorship was a cornerstone of Jefferson's development. Jefferson's education, however, was not confined to the classroom or the halls of academia. He possessed an unquenchable thirst for knowledge that extended far beyond any formal curriculum. Throughout his life, he remained a voracious reader, amassing an extensive library that reflected his wide-ranging interests. His personal library, eventually housed at Monticello, his beloved estate, contained thousands of volumes on subjects ranging from history and philosophy to agriculture and architecture. Jefferson's library was not merely a collection of books, but a reflection of his belief in the power of knowledge to enlighten the mind, shape character, and improve society. Jefferson's pursuit of knowledge extended beyond books. He was a keen observer of the natural world, a student of architecture, and an inventor at heart. His notebooks are filled with sketches, diagrams, and observations, testament to his restless curiosity and his desire to understand the workings of the world around him. For Jefferson, education was not merely a means to an end, but a lifelong pursuit essential to the development of a well-rounded individual and a virtuous citizenry. His own life, marked by intellectual curiosity, a commitment to public service, and a deep appreciation for the arts and sciences, exemplified the transformative power of learning. After graduating from the College of William and Mary in 1762, Thomas Jefferson embarked on a path intertwining law with political aspirations. He studied under George Wythe, a prominent Virginia lawyer. Wythe's mentorship shaped Jefferson's legal and political philosophy. Jefferson immersed himself in legal theory and practice. He mastered common law, legal precedents, and argumentation. Wythe instilled a deep respect for the rule of law. Wythe shaped Jefferson's moral and political compass. He advocated for individual liberty and republicanism. These beliefs formed the bedrock of Jefferson's political career. In 1769, at 26, Thomas Jefferson won a seat in the Virginia House of Burgesses. The House of Burgesses, established in 1619, was the first legislative assembly in the American colonies. Jefferson's election marked the start of his illustrious political career. He joined Virginia's political elite, debating with seasoned statesmen. Jefferson quickly earned a reputation for his sharp intellect and commitment to individual liberty. As tensions with Great Britain escalated throughout the 1770s, Thomas Jefferson found himself at the forefront of the movement for American independence. His legal expertise, his eloquence as a writer, and his unwavering belief in the principles of self-government propelled him to a position of leadership within the burgeoning revolutionary movement. In 1774, in response to British actions perceived as oppressive, Jefferson drafted a summary view of the rights of British America, a powerful and widely circulated pamphlet that articulated the colonists' grievances and asserted their right to govern themselves free from undue interference from the British Parliament. The pamphlet's bold arguments and eloquent prose established Jefferson as a leading voice of the resistance. Jefferson's involvement in the resistance extended beyond his writings. He actively participated in the Continental Congresses, gatherings of delegates from the 13 colonies seeking to coordinate their response to British policies. His legal acumen and his ability to articulate the colonists' grievances in clear and persuasive language proved invaluable in drafting resolutions, petitions, and declarations. As the conflict with Great Britain escalated from political protest to armed rebellion, Jefferson played a key role in organizing Virginia's defenses, advocating for the formation of a continental army, and preparing the colony for the possibility of a protracted war for independence. In the spring of 1776, the Continental Congress appointed Thomas Jefferson to draft a Declaration of Independence. Jefferson, a gifted writer and advocate for colonial rights, articulated the colony's aspirations for self-government. The Declaration, adopted on July 04, 1776, proclaimed a new nation founded on liberty and equality. Jefferson's words declared all men are created equal, with unalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The Declaration served as a beacon of hope for oppressed peoples and cemented Jefferson's legacy. Thomas Jefferson turned his talents toward shaping the destiny of the newly formed nation. He immersed himself in crafting a framework for governance embodying the ideals of the Declaration of Independence. Jefferson played a pivotal role in shaping Virginia's state constitution, influencing the U.S. Constitution. His proposals for religious freedom became a cornerstone of the First Amendment. Jefferson condemned slavery as a moral blight, yet struggled with his own status as a slave owner. In 1779, amidst the tumult of the Revolutionary War, Thomas Jefferson assumed the governorship of Virginia. The state faced constant threats from British forces. Jefferson was tasked with safeguarding Virginia's security. His tenure was marked by successes and setbacks. He relocated the capital to Richmond to protect it from British incursions. He worked tirelessly to raise troops and secure supplies. In 1781, British forces raided Monticello, forcing Jefferson to flee. This encounter reinforced his resolve to secure independence. Facing criticism, Jefferson resigned in 1781. He viewed his service as a matter of duty and principle. Section 3. Minister to France, A World of Enlightenment. In 1785, seeking a respite from political battles, Jefferson embarked on a new chapter as the U.S. Minister to France. He sailed for Europe, eager to immerse himself in Paris's intellectual and cultural ferment. His time in France broadened his horizons and influenced his views on art, architecture, and governance. He engaged in lively discussions with leading philosophers, scientists, and artists. As the U.S. minister, Jefferson played a pivotal role in negotiating treaties and fostering diplomatic relations. He witnessed the growing unrest in France that would soon erupt in the French Revolution. Jefferson embraced the opportunity to learn and grow, shaping his future endeavors. The Louisiana Purchase, expanding the American dream. Upon his return in 1789, Jefferson became Secretary of State. His experience in France and understanding of international affairs guided his actions. In 1803, Jefferson orchestrated the Louisiana Purchase, securing control of the Mississippi River and doubling the size of the United States. The University of Virginia, a legacy of learning. In his twilight years, Thomas Jefferson founded the University of Virginia. He envisioned it as a beacon of enlightenment and a center of learning. Jefferson meticulously designed its buildings and curriculum. He created a community of scholars to explore new ideas. The university stands as a testament to Jefferson's legacy. It embodies his belief in education's power to advance humankind. In 1809, after completing his second term as president, Thomas Jefferson, at 66, returned to Monticello, seeking solace and intellectual renewal. Retirement was an opportunity to immerse in family, farming, and architecture. He designed Monticello's gardens and buildings, including a grand dining room and library. Jefferson remained engaged, corresponding with friends and colleagues, exchanging ideas on politics, philosophy, and science. Though officially retired from public life, Thomas Jefferson remained a revered figure, sought out for his wisdom and insights into government. Known as the Sage of Monticello, his opinions carried weight and resonated with a public eager for guidance. One of Jefferson's most enduring contributions was founding the University of Virginia. The university stands as a testament to his belief in the power of education to shape individuals and strengthen democracy. Jefferson's unwavering belief in liberty and self-government continued to inspire generations of Americans. Thomas Jefferson's legacy is a complex tapestry, woven from threads of brilliance, idealism, contradiction, and tragedy. He stands as a towering figure in American history, revered as the author of the Declaration of Independence and a champion of liberty. Yet his legacy is also intertwined with the institution of slavery, a contradiction he recognized but failed to resolve. His passion for architecture is evident in the design of Monticello and the University of Virginia. For all his accomplishments, Jefferson's legacy is forever shadowed by the institution of slavery. Section 4. Jefferson's enduring relevance, a timeless legacy. Imagine a figure whose influence spans centuries, whose ideas continue to ignite passion and debate. That figure is Thomas Jefferson. Over 200 years after his passing, Jefferson's words still resonate, challenging us to strive for the ideals that founded this nation. His legacy is a beacon, illuminating the power of ideas, the necessity of civic engagement, and the relentless pursuit of a more just and equitable society. Jefferson's unwavering belief in education as a cornerstone of democracy is more relevant today than ever, urging us to empower individuals and fortify our democratic foundations. The legacy of Thomas Jefferson is not just history. It is a living, breathing testament to the enduring American experiment, inspiring generations to come. Section 1. A legacy forged in paradox. Thomas Jefferson, the man who penned the immortal words, "All men are created equal," lived in a world where such equality remained an elusive dream. The chasm between his soaring rhetoric and the reality of his life, particularly his ownership of enslaved people, has sparked centuries of debate and continues to challenge our understanding of this complex and contradictory figure. While we can admire his intellect, his eloquence, and his unwavering belief in the power of ideas, we cannot ignore the moral compromises that shadowed his life. Jefferson's legacy is a testament to the enduring power of ideals, but it also serves as a stark reminder of the challenges inherent in translating those ideals into a just and equitable reality. The contradictions embodied in Jefferson's life force us to confront uncomfortable truths about the founding of this nation. They remind us that the path to freedom and equality has never been smooth or straightforward, and that the struggle for a more just and equitable society is an ongoing process, one that requires constant vigilance and a willingness to confront our own biases and shortcomings. Section 2. An enduring legacy. Despite the complexities and contradictions, Thomas Jefferson's legacy remains firmly embedded in the fabric of American identity. His words and deeds continue to shape our understanding of democracy, individual liberty, and the pursuit of knowledge. His vision of a nation founded on the principles of self-government, religious freedom, and the rule of law continues to inspire people around the world. His belief in the transformative power of education embodied in the University of Virginia remains a cornerstone of American society. As we navigate the challenges of the 21st century, Jefferson's legacy offers both inspiration and caution. It reminds us that the pursuit of a more perfect union is an ongoing process, one that requires us to engage in thoughtful dialogue, to challenge injustice, and to strive to live up to the ideals upon which this nation was founded. Jefferson's life, with all its complexities and contradictions, serves as a powerful reminder that the American experiment is a work in progress. It is a testament to the enduring power of ideas, the importance of individual action, and the enduring belief that a better future is possible if we are willing to embrace the challenges of our time.